Hello, thanks for joining us on your channel of choice at this time, Africa Independent Television AIT. Welcome to Focus Nigeria, your program that puts the searchlight on topical issues in the polity. My name is Benga Aruliba. Glad to be here this Friday morning. 2 days ago, I expressed some reservations about how the police is currently handling the Evans, the billionaire kidnapper case, and how the police have turned the man to a celebrity of some sort, a celebrity criminal that the policemen, including officers, are falling over themselves to even take selfies with. I'd also expressed outrage over the pattern and slant of stories that are currently being churned out, all portraying the positive side of a self-confessed king of the most heinous and nefarious activity in Nigeria today, kidnapping, a venture from which he has made fortunes, billions of naira, and has also ruined lives in the process. Now, that exercise of putting everything in the media, that is the police information, not minding whether this is compromising investigation of this case, it's just not stopping yet. It's in the media again this morning. I've seen one, okay, I think it's New Telegraph, where they are talking about the fact that Evans also has a Ghanaian passport and all of that. Yesterday, it was the turn of the Inspector General of Police himself to also be involved in this Evans story. Now, today, let me shock you by telling you that the police is gradually preparing the ground for these Evans to escape justice by this unusual conduct. One of the accomplices of Evans, a certain Emeka who sold out his boss to Evans and Co., well, we all gathered authoritatively yesterday that he has been released by the police. Now you ask, could this be true? Now the reason allegedly given, according to my source, is that the other members of Evans' gang said they don't know him. Yet, so far, the only case against Evans and Co., for which he could be successfully charged to court and nailed because there is a living witness, is this case for which this Emeka has been named, and now we are hearing he's been released. Now the victim, Duru Donatus, is the MD of an Ilupeju-based pharmaceutical company in Lagos who was abducted just outside his company gate in February this year. He was kept for months by Evans and Co., who demanded 500,000 euros. That's over 500 million naira at the time. His family had actually paid over 123 million naira, yet Evans insisted on full payment. That's over 500 million. But by divine intervention, while he was still being kept, he escaped miraculously. Now, Duru narrated his ordeal to me yesterday, particularly what appears to be an attempt to expose him to danger so that there will probably be no living witness against Evans and Co. Now, let's give you an excerpt of all or some of the things that Duru told me yesterday. What happened? Your family was able to raise how much for them?
I think what they raised is about 100 and something million for
Which
them.
they collected?
Which he collected.
And then what happened?
After 1 month, because my brothers, they gave him that money, hoping that I will come out before Easter to celebrate Easter with them. But after collecting that money, he stopped
over 100 million.
Yeah, he stopped calling them for months.
And then you were not still released.
And then I was not still released.
You mentioned earlier that you recognize the voice of one of your pharmacists.
Yes.
Emeka.
Yes.
Was that the only time he came there? Was that the only time he came to that place where they were keeping you?
No, he came there very often. After he stayed late in the night, I even thought that
Were there things he said that you could remember?
Yes, I remember on Easter Monday when he was discussing with the manager, which I believe that is his brother because they have the same direct.
Okay.
When they were discussing, what struck my mind was I had manager saying that they will kill him. We will kill him. We will kill him. That we don't have any alternative.
Okay.
That was what struck my mind. So after that, I was telling myself maybe it's not me. You know, I was telling myself maybe it's not me. So again, there was a second day he came, and he was saying that we were discussing again. He said, if they want to kill him, kill him. In fact, kill him. I was hearing. And after that Easter Monday, because when the boys told me that the vans, that is their boss, will be traveling by Thursday, that he's going to spend 1 week in abroad. So when he now came back, when they were discussing that they will kill me, the manager now said, okay, till when the chairman comes back. And when chairman comes back, after 1 week, he came that place, but I didn't see him, but I know that it's him because immediately he came. Yeah. They locked the old doors and on generator, but he didn't stay more than 10 minutes. Okay. So that night, then I was eating again, the same Indomie. The other person, which I believe is from Abakaliki, from Ebonyi, say okay that I should eat Indomie so that I will be able to get enough energy to face them at the canal. I believe that is where they kill people. You know. So as time goes on, there was a day Emeka came and asked them whether they've killed me. That was on Wednesday. Wednesday, before the day I escaped. He asked them whether they've killed me. He said no. That is going to be Friday night. Luckily, I was escaped on a early morning Friday. On the same Friday, Emeka was picked up. Okay. Yes, same Friday that I came out. Emeka was picked up by police. Yes. Okay.
But the information now is that Emeka has been released by the police.
Yes, I was told. Even he called one of my staff. That was yesterday. So that was when they told me that he has been released.
Somebody like you ought to have been under police protection. Has there been any offer made to you to protect you or give you some level of protection?
No. I've already asked for police protection, but up till today, they have not given me any police protection.
Are you worried about your safety?
Yes, of course, because I've been in hiding since ever I came out from that place.
Now let me tell you certain things. That Emeka was the first to be arrested the moment Donatus escaped from their den and he went to the police. Emeka was the first to be arrested. I believe it was the information that Emeka gave that led to the arrest of other members of the gang, and it was the information that other members of the gang gave that led eventually to the arrest of Evans, the chairman. I believe the other members of the gang, there you have the manager and all those, well-organized crime. They have they all have their designations. Now, that is the Emeka that the police have now released somehow. Now, when I raised issues about the police handling of this case 2 days ago, about giving sensitive information and intelligence leads away, I did not even know about this development then, this development concerning Emeka. Well, just so somebody somewhere up there should know that so far the arrest of Evans and his gang has a divine touch to it. No matter the antics of those who want to obstruct the cause of justice, in this case, that divine hands of God will always show. That I believe. But right now, we all have a responsibility to ensure that the police does not botch this case like they have been doing to other cases. Duru is not, or Donatus is not put in harm's way. Evans and co, including Emeka, are also processed speedily through the courts so that their guilt or maybe innocence can be affirmed. That is our responsibilities as citizens. I'm doing mine now as I'm doing, so please do yours. If you know how to talk to the police, to do the needful, please do that. All right, time to discuss. Today, we are looking at one of the ways by which you can make money and improve your lots, and it's perfectly legal. It's legit, as they say, by all means. We are looking at lottery business this morning. There are so many lottery companies around today, but one has just joined the league not too long ago, and in a very big way too, because of his peculiar modus operandi. It's business unusual for them, but also guaranteed to meet your expectations. Today we'll be talking about the give and take lottery, which is changing the face of lottery in Nigeria. That's what we'll be looking at generally within the contours of the lottery business in Nigeria. We have a lot to talk about. So join us after this short break.
They see chaos and conflicts. We see community action for good governance. They see poverty and want. We see perseverance and the will to go on. They see economic law. We see the ingenuity and creative spirit of our people. We are AIT News, fresh, authentic views of Africa. How would you rather see the world? AIT News, all sides, all the time. They see chaos and conflicts. We see community action for good governance. They see poverty and want. We see perseverance and the will to go on. They see economic law. We see the ingenuity and creative spirit of our people. We are AIT News, fresh, authentic views of Africa. How would you rather see the world? AIT News, all sides, all the time.
Right, if you're just joining us, a very warm welcome to you. We are going to our discussion segment now. My guests are here. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Jolly Enabulele. He's the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Give and Take Lotteries. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you very much, Benga. It's good to be here. Good morning, Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. All right, you'll be wondering what my next guest is doing in this. Segun Arinze, my very good friend and brother, is there this morning.
How are you going? Nice
Celebrity that stops by the roadside to eat corn and buy bole.
It's a delicacy, isn't it?
Segun, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Gwenga.
I don't know whether I should start with what are you doing with lottery? Or is this an attempt, Mr. Enabulele, is this an attempt to use a popular phrase to promote something that will probably not appeal to some segment of the society?
Well, thank you very much. Like you rightly observed, Segun is a big name, is a household name in the Nollywood industry. And Give and Take is a company that is just coming up. Okay. So, but we don't want to stay where we are. We want to become a household name. So we have to look for people who are already household name to associate with the brand. So Segun is our brand ambassador, you know, the brand ambassador for Give and Take. So that's how he came into the business.
Okay. As well, let me not. If you didn't agree, you won't be here. As brand ambassador. All right, Mr. Brand Ambassador. What are your responsibilities?
Well,
are you worried that your own image too, that you have worked so hard to earn, may also maybe come under scrutiny here? Because like we get to that really. For me, I believe that lottery is almost the same thing as pool betting and may not appeal to some segments of the society. But are you worried about your own image as well? Are you taking your image with all of this?
Not at all. I'm not in any way. I'm not even thinking about it. Why? Because I over the years, come to understand the philosophy of what we're about to do. Outside being the brand ambassador, I'm also the host of the show alongside Linda Osifo. She's a Nollywood actress. So the facts there that we've been properly schooled, and this is a different kind of lottery, mind you. This is the first time in the history of this country we're having a jackpot, and it's going to be live. and you're seeing the two machines right in front of you. Say, what you see is what you get. There's no room for manipulation. There's nothing. It's absolutely transparent. And I believe in the integrity of give and take. If I didn't believe in it, I will not be part of it. And I do not see any cause for alarm. We just started, and I know that over the years we're going to build this brand and get it to the right place. Yes, people do shy away from that talk about lottery. Even I used to have my reservations about it. Or just put your money, they just want to take your money and get away. But having gone through this over the past 2 years, understanding what it is and how lottery grows, and besides, you also know that you have the regulatory commission.
There's a regulatory agency.
So they also are not going to stand there and take shenanigans. They're not going to watch, fold their arms and watch. I think we've come to that level in this country right now with the way we're going, that things are beginning to change. And let's begin to look forward to seeing that everything, if you run your business, you run with integrity and with dignity and respect. So I don't foresee any problems or any challenges ahead.
Okay. But Mr. Dabulele, like I said earlier on, lottery has not, is more or less like a new venture here. Even from where we copied it from, it's not too long ago that it got serious legal backing. I think not well, way back it had, but then was still regarded mostly as a not legal business until the British government itself had to key into the act of lottery to raise money for the 2012 Olympics. Lottery, lotto, pools betting, what other name do I give it now? What are these variants of the same business, or they all have their differences somehow?
Thank you very much. They have their differences. For give and take.
How is lottery different, for instance, different from pools betting?
Well, pool betting and some aspect of lottery, you could say they are the same, but the difference will just be what's the kind of game that is being played in these various outlets that you are, names that you have mentioned. For pool betting is sometimes just on the spot. You watch, watching football, who is going to score first, who is going to have a red card first, all those are people bet various ways. But for lottery, there are games that you play. Popularly, Nigerians play 5 of 90, which is a game. It's a actual 5 of 90. It's a name of the game. That is, when you are the machine, you have 90 balls. Okay. Out of 90 balls, you are allowed to pick 5. That is, you have numbers 1 to 90. You pick 5 out of there, and those 5 in picking in, there are several other ways you can do it: permutation, combination, and all that. So there are some kind of a little bit cumbersome for people to understand. That's the game that people currently play, and to a large extent, that actually perhaps is one of the reasons why, like you said, people have not embraced it the way they should. But we at Give and Take, we are trying to change that perception. We're trying to change that. So we are coming up with a new game, which we call the Give and Take National Jackpot. It's a kind of game that have never been played in Nigeria before. So it's just a replica of the Powerball in America, but with Nigeria flavor. We have, like he said, 2 machines that will be used to draw the games. One, we have 1 to 36 numbers, from where you need to pick 5 numbers. Then the other machine will have 37 balls, and these 37 balls, they are represented by state. You have 2 letters representing every state, each state in Nigeria. Now 36 state plus FCT, which is 37. So that state, the ball from the state is the Powerball. Now when you choose 5 numbers, 1 to 36, you pick 5. Then you pick 1 state out of the 37. That's the Powerball. So on the day of the draw, we draw the numbers first from 1 to 36. If you have your 5 numbers correctly, then we'll go ahead and draw the from the other machine containing the 37 balls, each of the state represented. Then 1 ball will be drawn from that. 5 will be drawn from the first one, and 1 will be drawn from that. So when you match the state with the number you are choosing, then you become the jackpot winner, and your life could be changed forever.
15 million.
15 million for
that's the jackpot.
That's the jackpot prize. But that's the minimum you can win in the jackpot. Now the way it runs is
15
million minimum for the jackpot.
Wow.
Now,
it's really jackpot.
Yes. Now, apart from that 15 million, there are other consolation prizes. If you match the numbers and you do not get the state, 5 numbers without the state, you also stand a chance of winning 2 million naira and down the line other jackpot prizes. But the good thing, the big one is actually the fact that if nobody wins that 15 million on the day of the draw, that amount is rolled over. And so the next draw date, we're going to have a bigger jackpot because all the money that will be collected within the week, a percentage of it will be added to that 15 million for the next draw.
Okay.
So, and this is kind of game that have never been played in Nigeria. And we want every state to be represented. We want every region in the country to be represented, and that's why we had to represent those balls with each of the states in Nigeria. So we are starting with 15 million. Benga, I can assure you that it could grow as high as 1 billion naira. But the good thing is that somebody must win the jackpot, at the end of the day. It might be this Sunday, it might be next Sunday, it might be subsequent Sundays.
I've heard him talk about draws or draw that will be done live and all of that. How is this going to play out? For instance, if somebody wants to take part, how does it go about it? Do you buy tickets before the draw?
Yes.
How do you then get invited to the draw, or you don't need to be present at the draw?
What we do is we have POS. Just like a POS, a special give and take POS you buy. You can also play online at www.gntbig.com. You can also buy the raffle.
You might need to state that again.
You go on the POS.
Yeah.
You go online at www.gntbig.com. You buy the raffle ticket, or you download the mobile app on your phone and play. Now, this is how it works. You don't necessarily have to come to the studio. Just watch live for the draws. And if you win, certainly you'll be contacted. Because
in that time, you will also have known that you won.
Of course, you will have known that you've won. And one interesting thing here again that Mr. Jolly you mentioned earlier is that 15 million naira. Now, if, for instance, 3 people get to draw, hit the jackpot, the money is shared amongst them.
5 million.
Wow.
Or 50 million.
Yes, you are very correct. You are very right.
Split the money.
You are very right.
If you say the jackpot is 50 million,
minimum,
and three of us won, we should have the 15 million each.
5 million.
No, 15 million
For
each.
waiting now.
No. If only you win, then you have 15 million. But if 3 people win, it will share the.
That means we have to divide jackpot to 3. Anyway, talking seriously, I'd like you to go through the means of getting involved in this, how people will participate. Let's start with the mobile apps that we talk about.
Okay.
How do you get the mobile app? When you get the mobile app, do you pay for it? Is that one of the ways through which you also get the money? Because I believe that this money is not somewhere. You are going to rake the money in first.
No, the 15 million is somewhere. No, the 15 million, we're not waiting. Because if you say you're raking in the money first, there is a possibility that the first day, maybe all the money you're going to collect will be 1 million naira. And somebody wins the 15 million. We're still going to pay. So that 15 million there is no shaking about it. There's no problem. We're not waiting for us to collect money before we pay. We want to give out that 15 million. Now, to go back to your question, the play actually opened on the 19th because this is a weekly draw. So if we draw this Sunday now, 30 minutes after the draw, the play open. For the next Sunday. So like now people have started playing from midnight of Monday on the 19th throughout the week for this week draw. Now the mobile app, you can go to our website www.gntbig.com.
Let me get it too, because after you have left, people will still be bombarding us as www.GNT.
Big.
That's give and take. T. Big.
That's give and take.
Big.
Yes,
BIG.
Okay.
.com.
Okay.
Now you download mobile app onto your phone, so anywhere you are,
so you can play on the go.
But the good thing about it, as soon as you download, you have a 200 naira free credit with which you can play this game. So once you download, you have 200 naira you can use to play our games.
Already.
And that's just one of the channels. Now, he talked about the POS. Now, we have all our agents across the country as we speak today. Anywhere you see the purple and white umbrella with that give and take logo, we have our agent there. So you just walk in there and say, look, I want to play the give and take jackpot. The 100 cost just, ticket costs just 100 naira. Okay. So you buy the ticket and you pick numbers. So okay, I want to pick number 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I want to pick Edo. I'm from Edo, so I want to pick Edo, which is represented by ED. Then once those numbers are picked for you, then you keep your ticket.
Is it when you are buying the tickets that you do all of that?
Yeah, as soon as when you are buying as you go to the agent,
yes,
you tell, look, I want to, what number are you going to? Are you playing? Okay. I want number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ROV, like River State. I want River State. So they punch those numbers into the POS for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ROV. They print out your ticket and they give to you. You go home and sit down and be waiting.
Does the ticket have your name? How?
The ticket will not have you. You can write your name at the back of the ticket, but the ticket has your number. There's a serial number, and the ticket has a barcode that can be scanned. When you win.
So it will be necessary for people to keep their ticket.
Keep their ticket.
Because if you lose it and somebody else picks it, there's nothing to identify.
Exactly. So you need to keep your ticket well. But for those that will play via the web, as soon as you have to, you register. Once you have to register via the web. You have your
that's if you go to the mobile app
to play, or you want to play on our website.
Okay.
So those are two. We have two channels, and you can download the mobile app. You can go to our website, like we said before, and also play. So when you play on the web, you have to register. So in the process of registering, the system opens, account for you, open a wallet for you. You have your email address, you have your phone number, you have your details. So if you play, if I open my system right now to view people that have played, I see the information of everybody that have played there. So if you win, reaching you will be very easy. So, like I said before, all our agents across the country, you go there, you play. If you are playing on the web, you can also pick numbers. People have a ways of putting numbers together. But if you are such that you don't know the number to play, you don't know what number to pick, there is auto pick. You just click on auto pick. The system picks numbers for you, randomly, and you just print out your ticket. The good thing about the web play or the mobile play, once you play and you submit, a ticket is is generated on your system, and an SMS is sent to your phone that you have played. Your play has been successful. This is the number you play. This is your serial number and all that, which you can keep till the day of the draw. So play open for 1 week. People have opportunity of playing. Yeah, we said the ticket is 100 naira, but you can buy multiple tickets. You can buy 20. You can buy 30. The more tickets you buy.
On how many entries you can make in a period of 1 week?
No.
For a draw.
No, there is no restriction. You can buy as many tickets as possible. The more tickets you buy, the more your chances of winning.
And each ticket costs just 100.
Just 100 naira. But what you will not do is you cannot say, okay, I want to pick number 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You don't repeat any number, because in the balls you have just one number. So you cannot say I want to pick 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. No, you will pick one number once.
All right. How to popularize this in a time of recession is another thing. Perhaps that's where your expertise maybe also comes in, and being a brand ambassador. I know that even in this time of recession, people are still trying to see how they can improve their laws, and in the process, some have made fortunes, a whole lot have suffered setback. The Ponzi schemes have ripped people off. People do better Naija every day, and some hit it, some don't, many don't. In the period of recession, how do you think people will react to all of this?
Okay.
And not
let me before Shego comes in, let me somebody asked me this similar question.
Yes, how is this different from MMM?
Yeah, Gbenga, I want to ask you, if you don't have money at home, Gbenga, would that stop you from being hungry?
No.
Exactly. For the fact that we are in recession, Nigerians still have dreams.
Yeah.
It will not stop people from dreaming. But the means of actualizing that dream is where the problem is. And that's where give and take comes in. To say, okay, we are in a recession. Yes, the means is not, but 100 naira is what anybody can afford to give up, and that can change your life. But like you said, you can't compare this with MMM. MMM, as we speak, nobody knows where their offices were in Nigeria.
It's virtual.
Nobody knows where they were.
They have virtual office.
Good. For give and take, we are registered with the Nigerian Lottery Regulatory Commission.
Yes.
We obtain our license from them. We are highly regulated. Like we'll be meeting with them, letting them know what we're doing, with regard to this draw that is going to take place on Sunday. They are going to be there, and for every draw, the officials of the National Regulatory Commission will be present. Okay. They will inspect the machines. They will inspect the density of the balls. They will check that everything is okay, and they will be present for the draw to be done. So for give and take, we are fully registered. We are fully regulated. And we know our offices. We have our office at 25 Gwarinpa House, 25 First Avenue, Gwarinpa. So it's not something that you can compare with any Ponzi scheme at all.
Outside that, it's also some form of empowerment for Nigerians. Now, one good thing about give and take is that we have made it in such a way that it's not limited to the rich or the poor or the middle class. It cuts across every strata of society. Anybody can play, buy the raffle, or play on POS, or go online and play. Anybody can play, and anybody can win. It's a form of empowerment. Now, imagine somebody winning 15 million naira, or even 2 million naira, or even 500,000 naira. You know what that can do in present day. Person might start up a small business, and before you know it, begins to expand. So it's some form of payback, and that's why I say give and take.
And that is why it's coming at this period of recession. We want to, like I said before, give people opportunity to actualize their dream, despite the fact that the resources to do that, is not limited. There. That's why we want to provide those resources. With people, anybody can, with 100, if you want, you can go and buy corn just along the road with just 100 naira. So you can afford, anybody can afford to give out 100 naira, to change your life. And like he said, it cut across. It's not just going to agent. You can stay in your office, you can stay at home, you can use your POS, you can play on the web. So everybody, and the amount makes it playable by everybody. Then the what you are going to get, the jackpot makes it attractive to anybody.
I mean, what can be more attractive than you put in 100 naira
and you are getting,
you could make 50 million naira
out of it.
Some so-called big boys by just
I don't want to go so that's why
100 outside. So let me play on my phone.
The amount is small enough for anybody to play. The price is big enough to attract anybody.
I was going to also say that before you know it, some big boys like him may be hiding under the anonymity of the mobile app they already have on their phone. I'll be playing. You think Segun is chatting, doing some serious business? You don't know that he's playing lotto.
But unfortunately, Segun will not be allowed to play.
Cannot play.
Why not?
Yes, because
you have been paid up front.
No, that's the rule of the game.
Okay.
That's
for transparency.
For transparency. Your family and close friends.
I'm not your close friend. For the purpose
of this.
Okay, deny me for funny enough, it's in my script. But truly, in order to maintain that integrity and that transparency, family members are not allowed, and even myself and Linda Osifo won't be allowed to play the game. And
every other person related to Linda as well.
Yes.
For the purposes of this, I'm also denying my relationship
with Linda.
Anyway, I've seen some purple things. Is that what to describe that? Because a lot of people are already tweeting on this. I'm seeing something like Give and Take, the Ogbonge game show. Is that you?
Yes, that's
okay. A lot of people are already tweeting on this. Actually, it's catching on. AAA, that's the Twitter handle running 31 January. It says, I'm watching, but kindly state the name of the mobile app again for the mobile app for GNT Big.
It's a GNT mobile app.
Okay.
That's the name of the app, GNT mobile app.
Okay.
Where say you can go to our website and download the mobile app, to your phone, and just go through.
When you download it, does it cost you money?
It doesn't cost you money.
It's a free app.
When you download, it doesn't cost you money, but rather you get 200 naira free. When you download for the first time, you have 200 naira with which you can play the game.
Wow.
And once you download, how to play is there. All the processes are there. Our games, how to play the game, how to contact us. All the details are there. If you're having challenges with the registration, you can call our 24 hours call center. They'll pick your call and sort you out.
Okay, I talked about the challenges that games like this usually face. One of it is religion. The general belief is that lottos, lotteries, pools, whether it's sports betting or whatever, that they are all a form of gambling, and that gambling is a sin. But somebody here is saying that lottery is done in my church during harvest and bazaar, so there's no big deal for me. I choose to or not to.
You've answered the question.
You've answered the question. You see, the
It's
problem is that,
somebody
answer. Before now, people assume lottery is gambling. You see, but there's a difference between lottery and gambling. Gambling is a win-win and win-lose situation. Gambling is organized by some people, and sometimes it's only people that organize it that will win. But because lottery, manipulating it. But lottery is a win-win situation. Now, win-win situation, if you play like this 100 naira, you could win 15 million, you could win 2 million. But if for whatever reason you don't win any of these prizes, 20% of that your 100 naira goes to government. We contribute to government.
There's a fund.
There's a fund, lottery trust fund. Lottery trust
under
fund.
The act.
Under the act, you contribute the 20%, with which government use for all kinds of development, for infrastructure, for IDP, for
that's one of the revenue streams
for government.
Yeah.
So if you are going to give up your 100 naira, don't look at it like, oh, if I don't win, I am losing. Because if tomorrow they say, look, government contribute XYZ to IDP, camp, your money is a part of that money. If they use it to do any infrastructure, build hospitals, your money is a part of that money. But you see, Benga, you cannot take 100 naira and go to IDP camp and say, take 100, and what's your 100 naira going to do for them? But by the time we put that pool together, whatever the money is being used for, you are a part of it. So that's the beauty about lottery. That's why if you go to London today, most people play lottery in London, not with the intention of just winning. They just let me contribute to
like I said, it was through lottery that Britain was able to pull a successful Olympics in 2012.
Exactly.
Part of a social corporate responsibility.
So for us as give and take, apart from that 20%, it's also our culture to give back to the society by visiting Motherless Baby Home, visiting IDP camp and all sorts, just to as part of our corporate social responsibility. So when you looked at it from that perspective, that look, I'm playing lottery not just for the fact that I want to win, but if I don't win, I am contributing to good causes. That will encourage you, to go for it. And it's highly regulated. And it was set up by Act of National Assembly in 2005. So I do not see, like the person rightly said, bank, lottery goes on in banks. Open your account, put 50,000 naira, run it for 3 months. You get, you win a car, you win this, you win that. They are it's just by way of distributing scarce resources. Price it. Lottery is just a way of, a means by which scarce resources, so to speak, lot is being distributed in a fair manner. Because like this 15 million, if it's okay, people come together. Let's pick randomly who we are going to give that 15. By the time I pick, so the person they pick is MD's brother. The person they pick is Shegun's brother. But by the time people buy tickets from various places, and you see a machine that is going to, you just press a machine and the number rolls and it comes out, it's transparent, it's fair. Nobody will say it's here or it's there. That's the whole essence.
Shegun, how is this different from some kind of sales promos that we also see under a kind of consumer promotion sales? You buy a bottle of soft drink, you open the cork, you see a price there for you. Is this different?
Well, a bit different because in this state, what you
find it's also a kind of reward.
Yes, a reward
except
system.
that it's a reward for consumers.
But in this state, it's a win-win situation for you. Like you rightly said, it's a win-win situation. Not that, okay, I'm taking this, somebody's getting it and I'm not getting. Well, still, okay, open an account, buy a raffle ticket. Once you open the account, you get a raffle ticket, and grow it for 3 months, and then there's 5 cars to be won. Certainly 5 people will win that car. But sometimes when you give those cars out, there are sometimes questions. because some people will definitely feel aggrieved. But in this circumstance, under ours, it's a win-win situation for you.
And basically,
there's always a give back.
Yes, but apart from that, I think it's basically for you to run a lottery.
What is in all of this for your organization, for example? If truly the intention is to give something to people, what then do you get as an organization?
Okay, now there is a way your 100 naira you're going to use. There's a way it's being distributed. By the act, 50% of every money collected goes for winning. At least 50% goes for winning. 20% will go for good causes. Then the operators, have 30% to run other expenses, pay agents, and or whatever you have to do. So it's not like at the end, it's not like you're going to use the entire money you generate to pay. Obviously, there will be some percentage left for you as an operator.
Okay, because I'm wondering, what we are going to give out, of course, probably will depend on what you take in during the week when the sales of tickets is open.
No, it's not dependent on that.
It's not dependent.
Yeah, it's not dependent on that.
Sorry, for instance, if there's a week where you don't make ticket sales as much as you had expected, would there still be a jackpot winner?
Yeah,
and if there will be, where will the money come from? If you didn't sell.
And if you see, that's part of the investment. In every business you take risk, and lottery is not different. So you have a possibility of somebody winning the 15 million and all the money you collected is not up to 15 million. You still have to pay. That's a part of
Where would you then get the money?
That's that money will be, it's a part of the when before you start a business, you will invest in the business. There are investors, so that's a part of the money you are investing in the business.
Suppose this happens consistently. God forbid. But suppose it happens consistently. That's one. Which then leads me to the belief somewhere that some people may have that these guys will always do something to ensure that they are never left with the burning end of the stick every week.
And I don't.
Nobody wants to do business and lose.
Yes, but I know if you are AIT, if for instance the live draw, the live show is going to be done in AIT.
Please
I don't
come
know.
and do it. I hope you are not considering as well.
No, so if we are going to do that, I don't know how possible it will be for you to sit down, camera live, and you are doing manipulation. I don't know how that's going to be done, because this perception you have is what we are trying to avoid, and that's what we are talking about, live show. And the live show actually is on NTA. The live show is on NTA by 6:30 every Sunday. We want Nigerians to, because before now the issue for lottery is integrity. Like you say, even when you do that of the bank, they will tell you, no, this is not real, they just do manipulation. So we're going to bring the National Lottery Regulatory Commission there. We have celebrities, people who have made their names, who don't want their names to be tarnished because of one lottery or the other. People like Shegun, Linda, and a couple of other people, they are going to be there. And every week, we're going to be bringing dignitaries who will come and press that machine and see that every process is transparent. So there is no manipulation. It's just a business that people do business. They, sometimes they run at a loss, sometimes they may gain. But we are believing God that we will not run at a loss. But it's a part of the risk of the business.
All right. You saw somebody brought this one. Don't mind them, all of them you are saying. They all do better than that and all of that. So you have already won some convert, which is why they are asking very critical questions. Okay. It says, please, I kindly ask them, if you play through POS and you are unable to watch it live, would they contact the winner and how?
Okay. Now, like I said,
good question.
Good question.
Good question.
Now, as soon as the draw is done on that day, the numbers are put into the system and authorized. When it's authorized, once it's done, the system will show you where somebody has won or somebody has not won. Like she said, for POS, your number is there. Your details are there. Once you play a VIP POS, then you can also go, even if you are played, by the time the draw is done, you don't watch. Okay. Somebody will contact you. That's why the National Lottery Regulatory Commission will be present on that. They will be the one to do the follow-up to make sure the person is contacted and you come to collect your prize.
You come on air and show the whole
Once we announce that a jackpot winner has emerged, The following Sunday, we must present the prize to the jackpot winner, except if the person traveled and we have to wait. But the truth about it is the person must be paid. There is no way the National Lottery Regulatory Commission waits and wants their image to also be checked, because they are the regulator.
Exactly.
They are not after give and take. They are protecting the interests of the public. So they will definitely be rest assured. Once you win, apart from people contacting you or you watching, once the result is authorized, the result is put on our website. So at any point in time, you go to our website, you go to our Facebook page, our Twitter handle, you see all the results there. You can see it anytime, any day.
Okay, Rekia, you also do better than that. You don't do. Okay, in case you also want question asked, please do.
Oh my God.
Don't mind me. I have my way with them. There are some challenges that you need to quickly attend to. Okay. One is coming on our Twitter handle. By name, Twitter handle by name Chuk says the site is not working. I assume is referring to your site. The site is not working, and it's saying Nigerian factor. Hope they won't start failing at this early stage. Well, is it correct that your site is not working? Probably has tried to get to the site now that you give the website.
No, I mean before I network issue. Before I got
maybe
here,
network issue.
Yeah, before I got here, I mean before I came into the studio, I was on the site and
because it's not the only one. Lord Sid Ugochukwu is also saying give and take lottery website is not opening on my Nokia Lumia 1020.
No, yeah.
What could be the cause, as I don't use Android phone?
It is not give and take lottery. It's gntbig.com.
gntbig.com. Okay.
Not give and take lottery.
Okay.
G for
the
God.
G first letter of give.
Yes.
Of give.
And then
N for Nigeria.
And then
take.
T for take.
For take.
And
Yeah.
then big.
Then big. big.com.
I hope you get
not
it.
Give
So
and
it's not
take lottery, but
ntbig.com. Okay. gnTbig.com. That's the website.
So they should go there now, and the site is working. They can play.
Kazi 759 is saying, if you are sincere, Nigerians will know and you will prosper. But if otherwise, your guess is as good as mine.
Amen.
Good luck.
Amen.
He's also saying good luck to you. All right. This, of course, will depend on the success. The larger success of this will depend on how many covers you're able to have every week. Or have you put the machinery in place to ensure that the awareness for this gets to the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, the villages, the big cities, and all of that? Because I tell you, the other forms of lottery are very popular. Better Nigeria and all of that. You see people working on duty, you see them with their phone, they are on Better Nigeria and all of that. How do you intend to also ensure that this gets that level of popularity?
Let me quickly answer that before you say it. We've done some series of promos in various Nigerian languages, and we're pushing them out. And once you're able to get, reach Nigerians with the language they understand, it's easier. So we have in English, you have in Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and the other local languages around. So making all those promos on radio and pushing out, and also using the social media as well to push out. So we're definitely going to get to every nook and cranny of this country.
Okay.
Yeah, so just add to that.
Igu Amindi is still insisting that the site is not opening. Igu, try gnTbig.com. Okay, that's what he said. He put it there that's the site, gnTbig.com.
Yeah, maybe network issues. Be patient.
Okay,
be patient. Igu, be patient.
The Igu is a patient bird.
But
I wonder
that's
he's very fresh meat.
Yes.
Igu, please be patient. It might be network problem.
Yes, network problem. Just to add to what Segun said, we have been on radio for quite a while.
Oh, that's a problem as well. AAA is saying site is down, mobile app can't be found on the Google Play Store.
No, it's not on the Google Play Store. That's why I say it's not on the Google Play Store yet. Okay. We're working on the Google Play Store to have it
How soon
there.
Will that be?
In the next,
because those of us who would like to hide our identity in doing this thing, would like to do it from the comfort of our offices or.
I'm sure in a couple of weeks we get that done. Okay. But it's very easy when you go to our site. You just download it. You don't need to go to Google Play Store to do that. You just download in on your phone and you install. And it's very easy when you do that.
Igu Amiri is asking, how do we pay when we play via the web?
Yeah, that's now when you open your account, there are various ways you can fund your account. Once you register, the system opens a wallet for you. In fact, like I said, once you register, you have a 200 naira free credit to play. A wallet is open for
that
you.
Means you can pay twice.
Yes. Now that wallet, you can fund that wallet, via your card. You just use
as
your
card.
A recharge. Your ATM. No, your ATM card.
Okay.
Your debit card.
Okay.
You can use your debit card to fund, that wallet. You can go into any bank.
Is the process of doing that also stipulated?
Yes, how to play, how to everything is there.
Okay.
You can also go to any bank and pay cash via pay direct. Just say I want to pay into Give and Take. We have a relationship with Interswitch. So with pay direct, you can fund that wallet. You can also fund that wallet using Quick Teller. And we are also processing a card, scratch card, where you can also just buy a scratch card, 1,000 naira, 500, and you fund your wallet. Then once you have money in your wallet, that's where you play from. Okay. When you play, once you win, you can either ask us to, the money goes back to that your wallet, or you cash somehow. You just make a request that, I want to cash out, and you give your details. And you
good news here. NL Long John is tweeting at us and is saying, GNTBig.com is on and working as I have opened it now.
Ego.
But I fear Nigerian manipulation.
No, there is no manipulation whatsoever. Because of the people we are bringing in, because of the way we want to run the show, live show, there is no room for manipulation when it comes to live show.
Okay. AAA is saying the website address showing on screen is wrong. Please check. Okay. Maybe we are the ones. No, but that's the correct one. GNTBig.com. That's what I'm seeing on the screen. That's correct.
That's correct.
www.gntbig.com.
And but somebody has just opened it.
Check your lowercase or uppercase and check, but it's lowercase it's correct.
Yeah, and it might again be network.
Yeah, it might be network.
Okay. Let's end on a note of the challenges we are facing from regulations and all of that. I know that in Nigeria, lottery is still relatively very new, so it's at its rudimentary stage. I know that whereas we have a national law regulating lottery, we also have states having their own law. How do you contend having to navigate between a national law and a state law where in this business? Yeah. So that it doesn't amount to double jeopardy sometimes.
Well, for now, I know that the National Lottery Regulatory Commission, they are working very hard to harmonize between the federal and the states. But in most of the states where we have operated, what we just try to do is to play by the rules of the state for now. Their federal FRS board will come to say, you have to pay this fee, you have to pay that fee to be able to operate. So we just try to, since we are operating in those states, we just try to play by the rules to be able to operate seamlessly. But so far, we've not had any challenge with any state government. We've not had that.
Another thumbs up. Chooks Okoro says, mine has opened.
Good. Eagle, I hope yours has opened now.
Eagle is very patiently trying to see what is wrong with his own connection. Final comments. Pass the word.
I want to invite Nigerians to hook up to NTA on Sunday by 6:30.
You see.
We
just agreed a while ago that you are going to be doing the draw on AIT.
No, we'll do promotion on AIT. We'll do advert on AIT. Like we are running the 21. Ray Power is the 21 states. We're running promos on Ray Power.
That's not enough. Give us more.
Give us more. We definitely will give you more. But right now.
Otherwise, when next you come here, it's a different side of me.
No problem, Benga. We definitely will give you more. But for now, as we speak, at least for this Sunday, for now, we are running the show live on NTA. And we are on Start Time channel, about 12 channels on Start Time that's going to, drive traffic to NTA. Right. And there will be viewing center all over the place. People can come to the studio, at House 25, First Avenue, Gwarinpa. You don't need any invitation to come to the studio every Sunday to come and see, what the draw is like, how transparent the draw is.
Shegun, your final comment too, quickly.
Look forward to a big day on Sunday. We're getting ready for it. It's been a while coming. I just want to say, Nigerians, get ready. Give and Take lottery.
If I have time, you're sitting there too.
No, win big.
At least you come and keep my friend company.
Like I say, win big, live your dreams.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate your time. Oluwaseun Oyewepo is also saying site has opened. Okay. Just registered and got 200 naira bonus.
Hooray! So fire on. You might be lucky winner.
Igu finally says, "Thank you. The site is going through now, and I'm getting ready to play." Thank you so much. Mr. Jolly Enabulele is MD, Chief Executive Officer, Give and Take Lotteries. He has joined us this Friday for this discussion on this new venture. Thank you so much. I wish you all the luck.
Thank you, Wenga. You're welcome.
And my very good friend and brother, Segun Arinze. Thank you so much. Segun is brand ambassador for
the host
of the show, along with Linda
Osifo
for the Give and Take Lottery. Thank you so much, Segun. See you around.
Thank you.
Thank you too for investing your time with us this Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Do everything in moderation. It's going to be a long weekend, though.